Hello students, good morning. Today we will study a complete new topic you have never studied before. The topic will be your technical description of a typical flowering plant of chapter 5, that is morphology of flowering plants. So before we start, let's understand some terms that are used to describe any family. After this technical description, we will go to study for families in case of plants. So when we will study the families, we will able to know that what are their basic characters, what is their floral formula, what is their economic importance, and any other plants come in that family. So let's start your new topic, and this is very interesting and so easy. This is like your mathematics. If you understand the floral formula, then you will able to describe the whole family, and this question is come in your 5 marks. In your exams 5 marks, and also in your NEET exams short questions also ask related to this floral formula. So let's start the semi-technical description of typical flowering plant. So let's start. As we know, the different signs are used. Signs means S-I-G-N-S, signs, which is called your Nissan. So this sign, circle, and this just below is a plus sign. This denotes the female. Female is denoted by this sign. You can see the sign clearly. Next is, this sign is represent male. Circle and above an arrow. This is circle, above an arrow represent male. Here circle plus is below and arrow is above. This represent bisexual flower. Means, as we know, some flowers are unisexual, some are bisexual. Some flowers contain only female part, some flowers contain only male part. That's why if the flower contain only female part, we can denote through this sign. If contain only male part, we can denote through this sign. If the flower is bisexual, then we can denote through this sign. So next, this sign represents actinomorphic, means circle covers the plus sign, means within the circle there is a plus. This represents actinomorphic. Actinomorphic means radially symmetrical. Actinomorphic means radially symmetrical. Do you understand? Actinomorphic means radially symmetrical. Or radial symmetry means when we divide the flower, it gives us 2 equal halves, but not as left and right, 2 equal halves only. Here is the percentage sign. This represents zygomorphic. Zygomorphic means bilaterally symmetrical. It means when we cut a flower from its center, then we get one its left and one its right part. Next, BR is the symbol, represents bractet. Means if the flower has pedicels or leaf-like appendages are present. If leaf-like appendages are present, then it is called as bractet. If not, then it is called ebractet, and ebractet is denoted as EBR. As we know, short symbols are used. So here floral formula are denoted in short symbols. You have to remember this and understand this. Next, as we know, a flower has 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 holes. And in 4 holes, first hole is your calyx. Calyx is represented by K. Second hole is corolla. Corolla is represented by C. Third hole is your androecium. It is represented by A. And fourth hole is your gynoecium, and it is represented by G. So let's see here. K means calyx, combination of sepals. Here C represents corolla. Corolla means combination of petals. Here P represents the perianth. As I have told you, perianth means if sepals and petals can't be separated or differentiated within the flower, that is called perianth. If the flower has this type of arrangement of sepals and petals, then we can use this symbol P for perianth. Next, A is androecium, which is represent the male part, and G is the gynoecium. This is A represents androecium, G represents gynoecium. This is the female part. So if G is underlined, then this is called as superior ovary, means ovary is superior. You already studied. If the line is above G, then it is inferior ovary. Inferior ovary. Then if no sign is present, then the ovary is in the center. So these are the semi-technical description of a typical flowering plant. After describing these terms and these symbols, we can able to study a family. In this class, in this chapter or in your NCERT book, there are 3 families we will study. First is we will study, that is Fabaceae. You can see first, then second, then last, as 3 families here. So you can remember this as F for Fabaceae, S for Solanaceae, and L for Liliaceae. These are the families which we will study. So here first I am going to teach you family Fabaceae, which is come under subphylum Papilionaridae. This is called Papilionaridae or Papilionaceous family. So let's describe this family. Means its habitat, its structure of stem, its floral formula, its inflorescence, number of calyx, number of corolla, androecium, gynoecium, what is its economical importance. So first let's look at its habit. Habit means what is the species look like, those are contained in this family. So this may be tree, herb, shrub or climber. Every type of plants are placed in this family. Means the plant may be a tree, may be a herb, or may be a shrub, or may be a climber which has tendrils. Next is its root system. As we know, it come under Fabaceae. So all the pulses or leguminous type of plants are present. That's why it must show taproot system. You know about taproot system in initial classes. I have already explained about taproot, which has a main root and some root hairs are arise from it. So root system is, it has taproot system. You can see this. It has a taproot system with nodules. You know what is the function of nodules? Nodules are the round structure present in the root which helps in the nitrogen fixation to the nitrogen fixing bacteria. That's why they are formed nodules in leguminous plants. Means in the plants those are used as pulses, means dal. We can see this type of root in dal, the crop of dal. Next its leaves. How their leaves look. Leaf is alternate. You know about how alternate leaves are found, like this. Only one leaf arises from one node. So this type of leaf is called alternate. So leaf is alternate. Simple means its lamina is entire, like this. This type of leaf is called simple leaf. Then pinnately compound. You know about pinnately compound, when the leaves are arise from its rachis, like this. This is pinnately compound. Then pulvinate. Pulvinate means having swollen base, means the leaf. This is the leaf whose base is swollen. This is pulvinous. You have studied in class 10th. It has pulvinous leaves, means the leaf base is swollen. Next is your stipulate, means small leaf-like appendages are present on the base of leaf. They are called as stipulate. Then its venation is reticulate. As you know, this type of venation is called reticulate venation. Means when we tear its lamina, then it will touches the midrib. If it touches the midrib, then it is reticulate venation. So this is the description about leaves. Next come is your inflorescence. Inflorescence is of racemose type. You have studied about cymose and racemose type of inflorescence, means arrangement of flowers on a floral axis. So here we can see the family of Fabaceae show racemose type of inflorescence. Next is your floral formula, through which we can able to know how many calyx it has, how many sepals, how many petals, how many stamens, and how many pistils are present. So floral formula is like this. Here percentage sign is given. You told me what it denotes. It denotes zygomorphic, means bilaterally symmetrical. Here the flower is bisexual, as it has sign of bisexual, means below plus and above arrow. Then K represents for calyx. So calyx is 5. Here the bracket means all the sepals are fused. Here the bracket is represents the fused sepals. Next corolla. Corolla is 5. Total number is 5, but 1 is free, 2 is free and separate from each other, and another 2 is joint. That's why C 1 plus 2 plus 2 bracket. This is number of petals 5. 1 is free, 2 are also free but with each other, and 2 are fused. Then its androecium, means male part. Its male part has 2 bundles of diadelphous. I have told you it shows diadelphous, means 9 anthers are separately fused with each other and 1 anther remains free. Then gynoecium, here underline is below underline. You can see G has a underline, means superior ovary, and 1 represent for single, means it has single ovary. Clear, students? Next is your economic importance, means what are the economic importance of family Fabaceae. As we know, every plant has its own economic importance, means it gives us money by using them. So what type of they are used, how they used? So first is used as pulses, which already I have told you, as they have nodules, means leguminous plants have nodules, and leguminous plants only are found in pulses. So next is used as edible oil, is like your soya bean, groundnut, etc. come under this family. So edible means eatable oil, the oil which we eat is produced from here, so it has also economic value. Then dye for coloring the cloths, etc. it also economic importance. Then fodder means used by domestic animals as food. Then fiber means it also helps in preparing the cloths, and wood also, some of them also used for fuel. Some have medicinal value also. Here the diagram of the plant that belong from Fabaceae, you can see this is the flower twig, means it holds completely the stem. Here you can see the stem, the leaves, the fruit and the tendril. As I have told you, pea plant, Mutterfully also come in this family. So it shows all the parts, that is a flowering twig. Next is your, this part represents a flower. Its flower is like this. I have already told you how the petals are arranged. 1 is free, 2 are separate and 2 are joined. So here 1 plus 2 bracket. This shows this type of estimation. Next petals you can count 1, this is 1, this is 2 and this 2 is fused. Next is, this part is called the reproductive part, which shows the anthers. And this part is the LS of carpel. Carpel is the female part, so we can see it contains the ovules. And here is the floral formula given, that is from pea plant, whose biological name is Pisum sativum. And the floral formula is like this. You can practice the diagram, and if you learn the floral formula only, then you can completely able to describe the whole family. Nothing to be worried that the family is so large, how can we able to memorize it. You no need to memorize it. You just understand the floral formula and economic importance. Then you will yourself able to describe the complete family. For today, this is all about your family Fabasi.